Hello. Hi. Hello again for the second time today. Hello, Sika. Hello. How are you doing? How is your beautiful face doing? So hello, Mary. Hello. Yes. Yes, absolutely. But I do have a little bit of sad news. Thank you. So I only have 30 minutes. I only have 30 beautiful, sacred minutes with you guys. So as I explained this morning, if you were on the live with me this morning, I had scheduled a live. I had Insight Time schedule a live for me a couple days ago. They scheduled my live at the wrong time and scheduled it for now instead of the normal 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time meditation. So I didn't realize this until this morning. So I was going a little batshit crazy because I can't miss being with my people. I can't miss you guys. I love you guys too much. So I was going back and forth between emailing Insight Timer, trying to schedule a live. I had 2 lives going on, trying to get you guys on Zoom. It was a hot mess. But I didn't know that there was a live scheduled for this time. So I am treating myself to self-love. And I'm going to go get my nails done and my feet done for the very first time in almost 2 years. So it is much needed. I'm super excited. I have my appointment at 1 o'clock. So I have to leave here in about 30 minutes. But I still wanted to hop on with you guys and just remind you of how beautiful you guys are, how much I love you, and just help to motivate you guys and encourage you guys a little bit today. So unfortunately, we won't have a lot of time together today, but I promise you that it will still be sacred, it will still be beautiful, and it will still be absolutely fantastic our time together. So since we have very little time, let's just do a real quick breathing to just welcome us in. Write in the comments if you are new with me today. I welcome you. Say hello to me. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. And I'm going to ask you for just a minute to just bring your attention to your breath. Closing down your eyes. And breathing in for 4. And breathing out for 8. And doing this 2 more times. Breathing in for 4. And breathing out for 8. Twice as long on the exhale. This breath pattern allows your stresses and your frustration to melt away, knowing that what you intake, you're going to outtake double the time. So with this, I invite you to imagine all of us in a circle, in a sacred circle. Imagine us holding hands. Imagine us uniting. Imagine us supporting each other. Imagine us completely helping each other to transform, to breathe, reminding each and every person that's here right now that you are loved, that you are wanted, and you're deserving. Forming this sacred circle for all of us together. I welcome you. I applaud you. And opening up your eyes into this room. And we are back. All right, Sika, you're so sweet. So sweet. All right, friends. Well, do I have any new friends today? Let me see. Hello, Gemma. I love that name, Gemma. I'm Genna, but I love Gemma. Hello, Mike. Hello, Sika again. Hello, Mary. Hello, Nick. Hello, Diana. And anyone else that is here, I can't see your beautiful picture underneath, but I welcome you as well. So, with this being said, I wanted to take a minute. Who was on the live with me this morning? I know Sika was on the live with me this morning for a little bit. Was there anyone else that was on the live with me this morning? Let me know in the comments below so I'm not repeating myself a million times like I did this morning. But this morning I grew a little frustrated just because technology doesn't work. And I'm going to be completely honest and authentic in myself. If there's one thing in this world that frustrates me the most, it's technology. Technology really frustrates me. If anything brings me out of alignment, out of this beautiful earthly experience that we have, it's technology. Technology likes to do that to me. So today, I really needed to regulate myself. Today, I really had to just regulate myself from those beautiful human children emotions that we have. If you're a regular with me, you know that I speak to our feelings like they are children. Our feelings are just little children that need attention. We have a child called anger, and we have a child called frustration, and we have a child called sadness, and they're all demanding for our attention every second of the day. And the child of frustration was the child that was pulling on me today. And I feel like frustration, and tell me if this resonates and tell me if it doesn't, but I feel like the child of frustration is something that knocks on us every single day at one point. Whether it's frustrating because we can't open up a jar of jelly, or we're frustrated because technology doesn't work, or we have a big frustration at a family member or a friend. There's still a little moment of frustration. So, because our time is short today, I wanted to just give you guys some tools to help you deal with these children, this child frustration, right? So when this feeling of frustration comes upon you, the very first thing is recognize it. Recognize what this feeling is. And I've given this analogy before of imagine this feeling knocking at your door. Knock, 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 knock. And you have a choice. Either open up the door to this feeling, right? Or this neighbor. Picture it like a neighbor coming to your door. You guys have heard me say this before. And you have a choice to either welcome this feeling and this emotion in, or you have the choice to slam the door on their face and scream at them at the top of their lungs and say, "Don't you come back! Don't you come back! I told you I don't like you!" Sorry for the dramatics. But sometimes, let's be honest, as dramatic as that was, sometimes we act that way. Sometimes we have this feeling come up and we don't want to interact with this feeling. We just want to go away. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to feel frustration right now. But the mature thing to do, the grown-up thing to do, is to feel and acknowledge every single feeling and emotion that comes over us. So, frustration comes knocking at our door. Knock, 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 knock. If we are a mature, grown-up adult, then we open the door. And the very first thing we do is we look at this feeling and we label it. Just like we would label the neighbor knocking at our door. Oh, it's Mike. Mike's here. Frustration's here. The feeling of frustration is here. And so you look at frustration, you label it. Frustration's here. Frustration's in my body. You name it. You then welcome frustration into your house. You welcome it. You welcome it into your body. You welcome it into your mind. You acknowledge it. You look at frustration. You sit down with frustration, sitting down like you would a neighbor, sitting down with them at the kitchen table, at the living room. And then starting to dialogue with this feeling of frustration. This is what I had to do today. I was so frustrated, guys. I'm coming to you guys authentically and telling you guys that even with this, I still have these big feelings. But what I'm doing is giving you the tools to deal with it. And I needed to do this. So you welcome feelings of frustration into your house. You sit down with it. You ask it what it needs. And then you start a little dialogue with it. Asking it, why are you frustrated? Why are you frustrated? Just like you would ask someone, hey, why are you Mike? Who is Mike? Who is frustration? What have you come to teach me? And you listen. You listen to the frustration. So today, the frustration was technology wasn't working. The frustration was Insight Timer wasn't working. The frustration was I love you guys so much. I love being on Insight Timer, and I didn't want to disappoint you guys. And so I felt frustrated because I wanted to be here with you guys. I wanted to speak with you guys. I wish I could see your beautiful faces, but I wanted to speak with you guys. So I felt frustrated. So I dialogued. And then once I allowed my frustration to speak to me and tell me why it was frustrated, then I had to dialogue back and be the grown-up to my child of frustration and reassure my child of frustration, this feeling that was, overcoming me, that everything will be okay. That it is okay that it's frustrated, and it has every right to be frustrated about technology, and it has every right to be frustrated that Insight Time was not working. But it's not the end of the world. No one's dying. And as much as I missed you guys this morning, and I missed you, if you weren't live with me, I missed you guys. As much as I missed you guys, I had to reassure myself that it wasn't the end of the world, and that everything would be okay. And that the worst thing is I came live at 12, and it's a different time than I normally do, but now maybe I can meet some new friends. Maybe now I'll have new people that I can inspire, that I can motivate, that I can grow, that I can help, right? And that was the beauty of this whole mess up with the whole time of Insight Timer. So when we are feeling this feeling of frustration, we welcome it, we name it, we dialogue with it, we ask it why it's frustrated, and then we speak back to it, or we try to reassure the feeling. Another beautiful tactic to do is everything I just named. And the simple breath of breathing the inhale, and then breathing the exhale twice as long. So you know how we started this, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 8. Breathing in and breathing out for twice as long. And it's funny because people don't realize the power of the breath. But the breath is life force energy. The breath is all life force energy. It's the very first thing that we experienced when we came out of the womb of our mother. Our breath was the very first thing that gave us life when we came into this earth. And just like our breath gave us life, our breath will give us life to overcome these big feelings, these big emotions, these big childs within our heart. Another beautiful thing I taught this morning of helping us, and a tool that you can use in these big feelings of frustration, are a body scan of letting go of the past, letting go of the future, because the feeling of frustration, it may be happening in this moment. It may be happening in this moment, but it originated from the past, right? So when the technology wasn't working in the past. And then by me bringing my attention over and over and over again that the technology wasn't working, I continued to bring that past and made it into this moment. And then the more I sat with it in the moment, then I brought it into the future. Well, if I would have just let it go, literally just been like, all right, my technology didn't work, it's going to work now. And I shift my attention and I start to have a belief system that my technology will work, then it would have worked. And it was the minute that I let it go that the technology started working. So, I invite you guys, when feelings of frustration come up, welcome it, name it, acknowledge it, love it, dialogue with it, let it speak to you. Let it talk to you and feel, most importantly, and I didn't name this, most importantly, feel in your body. Where do I feel frustrated? Where do I feel frustrated? Do you feel it in your heart? Do you feel it in your mind? Do you feel it in your legs? And start to find out where in your body this sensation, and this can be frustrated, this can be any kind of feeling that you have. Labeling in your body where you feel the sensation at. And once you feel it, you can then dialogue from that place. And if you feel it, in one part of your body, right, then it's going to tell you why it's originating in that body. Like, for example, if you have feeling pressure in your back, that's telling you that you might be carrying too much. It might be telling you that you're carrying too much and you need to let something go. If you're feeling it in your head, then you're thinking too much. If you're feeling it in your eyes, you need to close your eyes because you're seeing too much and your sensory of sight is on overload right now. If you're feeling it in your chest, it means that your heart is too heavy right now and you need to let it go. Your body is this beautiful, beautiful dialogue that tells you what is off in your body. Every physical element we have is really just an emotional and spiritual meaning behind it. So when we can feel into our body and we can feel where these sensations lie, we can then label it, dialogue with it, and then breathe into that part of our body. Breathing in and then breathing out twice as long. Breathing in and then breathing twice as long. So, with that being said, as I said, I love you guys. I don't have much time today, but I wanted to put all of these tools and implement it into a meditation for us, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We are going to have a very short meditation where we can, feel into this feeling of frustration and dialogue with this feeling of frustration and let it go. So I'm going to put some music on and I'm going to invite you guys to sit down and just start to come to your breath and let me let you guys know that I love you, okay? All right, I'm starting the music now. All right, beautiful souls. So start to close down your eyes and start to take a deep breath in through your nose for a breath of 4 and exhaling for 8. Breathing in 3, 2, 1, and breathing out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And start to look at this feeling of frustration. See this feeling of frustration knocking at your door and look at it. See it. And then open the door to this feeling of frustration and welcome it in. Invite it into the house. And invite it to sit in the dining room. And ask this feeling of frustration where it lies in your body. And feel into where this feeling of frustration has settled in your body. Has it settled in your heart? Has it settled in your mind? Is it on your arm, your back, your legs? Take a moment to feel where in your body you feel this frustration. And once you find where this feeling of frustration lies, ask this feeling of frustration why it is here. Why is it frustrated? And allow it to give you its reason. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a tedious task. Chores you have to do. Or simply you can't open the jar to the jelly. Listen to why it's frustrated. And know that there is no big or small reason, that every reason matters, no matter how big or small. It's still frustrating. So honor it and allow it to talk to you. And start to breathe in to this part of your body that is feeling frustrated. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And breathing into it again, seeing it, acknowledging it, experiencing it. And breathing out, letting it all go, allowing the frustration to melt away with every inhale and every exhale. And breathing in again. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now that you have settled this feeling of frustration in your body, ask this feeling of frustration once more how it feels. If it is still frustrated, or if it has started to lessen. If this feeling of frustration still remains in your body, start to reassure this feeling of frustration like you would reassure your child or any child. Start to rationalize and explain this feeling of frustration to this child of frustration. Start to educate this feeling of frustration and reassure it. Letting this child of frustration know that it won't always feel this way, that you acknowledge it, that you see it, that it may have been unjust or unkind what had happened, that sometimes life can be hard. But if it's ready, it can let it go now. Let it go in love. Let it go in compassion. And let it go in kindness. And then thank this feeling of frustration for entering your home, the home in which you call your body. Thank it for coming. And let it know that you acknowledge it. You welcome it always. And let it know that this feeling of frustration is good, for it tells you what you don't want, so that you more clearly know what you do want. Let it know that it has a place and that it can come back at any time with love, with kindness, and with consideration. And slowly walk this feeling of frustration to your front door. Open the door, smile at it, and tell it it's time to go now. That you have other feelings and emotions like joy, happiness, hobbies like reading a book, going shopping, other things that you must do now. You thank it for coming, and you let it know that whenever it feels the need to talk again, you will welcome it, but let it go now. And see it walking out of your door, see it walking down the sidewalk, see it getting in the car, driving away, walking into its house, and leaving until you can't see this feeling of frustration anymore. And you are left with pure joy, pure peace, and tranquility. And close the door. Get back into your home that you call a body. And continue the rest of your day doing whatever you need to do. And slowly finding your way back into this space. Breathing in, breathing out. Starting to wake up your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Reaching up high, opening up your eyes, smiling back at me, letting you know how you feel, what you experienced. You're back. I thank each and every one of you for joining today. I thank you for you. I thank you guys for just holding space. I have to go now, but I appreciate just the short little interaction we had. On Friday, I will be doing an event, a Zoom event on love, sacred sexuality, and healing. If any divine woman would like to join, it will be just a talk for us sisterhoods to get together and just unite. Sika, thank you for that loving message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed this gift. And if you enjoyed this gift, if you would like to gift me back with donations as well, it is always welcome. And I thank you guys just for you and your loving kindness and your beauty. If you guys are new here, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There was a little bit of a mix-up on the time today, which is why I'm coming live now. So make sure to follow me to meet all of my lives, join my circle, Genna Rose Giannetti Love Lights, and together we will create this beautiful community of love and light and kindness and compassion and safety and security and beauty for each and every person that's here today. So I welcome you with my whole heart and my whole soul. And I want everyone to know that you are loved, you are wanted, you are worthy. You are divine just the way that you are. And don't you for a second let anyone tell you you are not. If you need any kind of pick-me-up, please reach out to me so that I can help to encourage you to continue your life as the beautiful soul that each and every one of you are. So I thank you guys so much. So I wish everyone a beautiful day. Let's bow our heads together. Closing down the circle. Thanking everyone for joining today. Today. Joining today in love and kindness and compassion. Namaste. For my soul recognizes your soul, that we are one soul in many bodies. I will see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there's any kind of discussion you guys want or a topic, let me know and I will preach on it. I love you guys. Bye.